This is the back of this property. Are you kidding me? I can barely even talk. It's so loud up here. The second most expensive fish in the world is an arowana. So 25 cents to feed the fish. How much money do they make on a good week?
$400.
Falls is modeled after falls in the White Mountains. They're called slides, where they're just smooth rock with channels in them.
That's about as nice of a place as I've ever seen on my vlog channel. Welcome to living the aquascape lifestyle. Right on the water. Look at this magnificent home out here in New Hampshire. There's April Dugan down there. Look at this home. I mean, it's just incredible. So I'm Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy. This is my channel, Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy. It's all about showcasing how people live the aquascape lifestyle. And we are with Sean Frost of Naturescapes of New Hampshire.
How we doing?
And this is the ledge you said you had to jackhammer into to build the waterfalls, huh?
We did. So this has all been blasted to install this home that we see behind us.
And here, look at that. I love the garden. We've got April flying the drone. That's impressive, April. Dude, that's a river. Well, how many pumps did you use in this?
There's two. It's
Two 9PLs?
NPL.
Oh,
NPL,
okay.
22 pumps. Those massive pumps.
You got the big basin down here or where?
Yeah, it actually comes underneath the driveway here.
Neat driveway. Incredible.
So this falls is modeled after a falls in the White Mountains, Crawford Notch, called Silver Falls. What's unique to that is, if you notice, they're called slides, where they're just smooth rock with channels in them. And that's just how that waterfall was formed in Silver Falls. It's not a traditional falls where there's water cascading over.
So this was a sheet of stone, so you actually had to drill out, and the pieces that you drilled out, you actually re-put over top of the liner.
Correct. The stone that you see, that goes back about another 8 feet behind that we took out. We took all that stone out. There's 4 3-inch lines in there to feed the pumps, 2 spares.
Okay, so the lines go underneath the stone.
Yes.
Wow.
There's no other way. There's no soil. That's all ledge to get those lines up there. Wow. So everything's done underneath.
So Sean, when did you put this in?
This is about 4 or 5 years ago now.
Okay. So April, you got to help build this, huh? And what do you remember about this project? Because I would take a lot of work to jackhammer that rock out and reassemble it.
Yeah, it would. We were lucky enough it was already blasted apart, chiseled apart when we got here. So we
okay. So you subpounded that out?
No, we brought an excavator with a hammer in, and then had to hammer out the rest of it. So we pulled all of this rock out, and it covered the driveway, believe it or not, about halfway up the driveway.
Sure. And then putting back a jigsaw puzzle.
Exactly.
You had to work on there with a busted up knee.
Yeah, it was interesting. That slope there is so vertical that doing all of the little details that you don't think about every day, like carrying a bucket of gravel, is
going straight up a hill.
A unique challenge. And strapping and setting the rocks was pretty unique too, because they are really so big.
So listen to that sound. Well, they live on the lake in the back, but the lake makes no sound. This is what greets every visitor. Look at the canna, the blooming canna. I mean, I can barely even talk. It's so loud up here. I guarantee you this echoes throughout the house. I mean, they got the windows open right now. I mean, fantastic. I can't even imagine how different this space would feel without this in it. I mean, every single person that drives up to this house, this is what they're gonna notice. Love the stonework here, this natural stone. Let's go check out what it looks like up here. Big ledge. He said he's got 45 acres out here on this lake. He said he grew up with his cousins. His grandma had a place out here. This is the back of this property. Are you kidding me? Just unbelievable. Just right here on this peninsula, on this lake. Just gorgeous. One of the biggest lakes in New Hampshire. Love the outdoor kitchen. So different energy back here, but you sure got the vistas. I love this. Screened in porch over. Look at that. Beach down there. Wow. Sean, I was talking about the different energy between the front of the yard with that sound of that water and the back with just the peace of the lake.
Oh, it is. It's completely peaceful in the front. You come around the back and it's just, there's a lot going on down there with all the water moving. So this is an installation we did built entirely in ledge. This was blasted out and then hammered out with a hammer on an excavator. This waterfall is flowing over 30,000 gallons an hour. Two massive pumps. There's a basin that goes underneath the driveway portion here. Big massive basin. Some of these rocks, like these center rocks here, are 8,000-10,000 pound rocks. So they are massive scale, and that's to match kind of the backdrop that we have here. If you notice all the way up this driveway, this is just a kind of a ledge face, and that continues all the way up that driveway. So this particular installation took a little bit more to do. We had to account for all of our plumbing had to be built underneath this waterfall. So there's 4 3-inch lines running underneath here. 2 of those are spares because if something ever goes wrong, we had to have those spare lines in there. So a lot of kind of engineering in this scenario. That basin actually goes right up to the nose of that center rock there. You see that the waterfalls come down and split around, and then it continues all the way out in here, and then is the whole width of this area. Real great project. We had a lot of talented people here helping us. Myself and April Dugan were the main builders here. We had Alan Decker and Jack Haryu up here helping out with this project. So it was kind of a great collaborative effort that just came together to build this.
Look at this garden. Emma's perennials. Well, she's doing a good job. And just these pathways and these twisting pathways down here. I mean, incredible.
All the hardscaping is done by landforms.
All this rock work and stuff.
Yep.
That pathways. I think those are New Guinea impatiens. Copper roof on the boathouse. Not bad. Yeah, but look at this slope. Up to the house. Wow. That's about as nice of a place as I've ever seen on my vlog channel. Look at this natural stone work out here, and then that boathouse.
So the boathouse is just about complete. They still have a little bit work to do on the dock and the upstairs.
Lebanon Pet and Aquarium Center. So this is where really everything started, right?
It did. Back in 1992, I was working at not this location, but another location. And that's when I first started playing with ponds, selling pond products, learning about fish, learning about ponds.
So you got a display over here.
I do.
All right, let's check it out. It's a big place. I love it. The first sign that I see, pond, fish, and plants. Love it. So the last stop of the day is the first stop indoors.
Well, no, it's outside.
Oh, your display's outside. Well, we're going inside too. Oh, this is gorgeous with a potato vine. Oh, this is pretty big. Wow, this is really nice. I love your sign right here. Potato vine, look at how it naturalizes and just kind of falls down there. I love how it's going behind the waterfall there. Another sign up there. What kind of plant is that? Bougainvillea. All the fish down here. Oh, this looks great, Sean. Wait, what does this say? Please do not discard cigarette butts near the pond. The fish come out at night and smoke. We are trying to make them quit. That's a cool sign. So April, did you help build this one too?
Absolutely. I almost died building this pond with Sean. You'd think if a rock was going to kill you, how big do you think that rock would be?
Oh, you got some big rocks here. What happened?
3/8 gravel in a cup. I was working on the waterfall and I stepped backwards and the cup came up and I swallowed a piece.
Are you serious? That's the first time I've ever heard of that actually happening. Wow, this is great. What a cool place. This is the kind of places that we grew up going to back when there was independent shops before PetSmart and Petco took over everything. So you got an intake bay right here.
Right.
I mean, it's a huge waterfalls for a small pond. It was just they wanted something that's dramatic that you could see from the street and stuff, huh?
So there's a long stream that comes across the top,
Oh,
and that
yeah.
catches all the rainwater that comes off.
Oh,
of that
sure.
roof. That's all basically a wetland up there. There's aqua blocks all the way across the top, and then this was made to be a little bit more sustainable, and this is why we have such a high fish load in here
Because you got a huge wetland up there at the top.
compared to the size of the pond.
Yeah, but boy, listen to that sound. This is the kind of entrance that every pet shop should have. So 25 cents to feed the fish. How much money do they make on a good week?
$400.
25 cents a pop. And what's amazing is if you put that much fish food in, to have that kind of water quality, and that's only because you have an ecosystem pond. And this is what kids do with water. I love it. So this is the kind of place that as a kid growing up, I would love, and Sean is the same thing. These are the kind of places that you don't get when you go to PetSmart or Petco. Look at that vivarium. Oh yeah, and that just smells like a fish room, which is what we like. Guana, reef, which I'm not a big frag guy into reefs and stuff like that. Oh, look at this arowana over here. Super cool. The second most expensive fish in the world is an arowana, and it's because it is good luck in Asian culture. What's crazy about this arowana is that he's in this open tank and doesn't jump out. One of the things about arowana.
He does jump out.
What?
Yep.
He jumps out?
Yeah.
And you just put him back in? Wow, I'm glad that you're here to put him back in. Big gourami.
Fill that with some water. If you want to hold it.
Keep hands out of tank. Oh, mud skippers. Man, those are pretty cool because we have those at Aqualand, and that's a really good price for mud skippers.
They actually breed them upstairs.
They breed the mud skippers here?
They used to.
Wow, that's cool. We had that at Aqualand.